Okay, James White has joined us. We're going to start with Zachary Cox. We'll ask anyone else to raise their hand for questions. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, James, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We were speaking with Lamar Miller the other day, and he said the two of you have known each other for quite some time. I was wondering if you could just kind of explain to us how you guys first got connected and what your relationship's been like.
I mean, we're familiar with each other we're from kind of the same area, playing high school ball together. Well, not together, but in the same area. He's a little bit older than I am. Just seeing him go to Miami and being a guy that I looked up to, being a younger guy. And then eventually when we both were in the NFL, we've been training together for, ever since I've been in the NFL. So we've been able to compete, work out with each other, make each other better.
What was your reaction when you heard that he was coming in here to New England?
It was great to have him. Like I said, I know he's the ultimate competitor. Like I said, he's coming off an injury, but he's a guy who's worked hard, has had a lot of success in this league, and it's good to have him and have him as a teammate and good to compete with him.
Great, thank you.
Next question, Alan Siegel.
Thanks, Stacey. James, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay, thanks. A lot of the guys over the past week or so have talked about the camp and how different it has been than in other years, with not going against anybody other than your own teammates. So how much of a grind has this been, for you individually, and how much are you looking forward to getting into next week, which is actually a game preparation week, which is different than getting into the season?
It's been a little bit different, not playing any preseason games and then practicing against each other the entire camp. But I mean, camp's always a grind and compete with your teammates, making each other better. Obviously, you can't wait to go up against somebody else, but each of these practices, walkthroughs, meetings are important to us all. We didn't have OTA, so got to make each and every second and each and every play count to build that team chemistry each and every day. Like I said, we have a good group of guys. We're just trying to push each other, make each other better. That way, when the next week rolls around, we can put our best foot forward.
Do you have any concerns of going right from a camp without any kind of hitting or anything against anybody else in terms of the speed of the game, which will just like going to 0 to 60 once the race, without having the chance to work against anybody else?
For me, not necessarily. Like I said, you do as much as you can in practice, working hard, getting a little bit of contact in there in practice during live drills, or you try to simulate a game as much as possible. Obviously, we haven't played a full game out there yet, but it'd be the same way as if you were going into your first preseason game. You're not going up against anybody before that, so you just got to go in there prepared. Do as much as you can to make sure your body's right in the weight room, recovery, massages, do all those things so you feel as good as possible when Sunday rolls around. And like I said, obviously nobody's played a 4-quarter game, so just got to be in the best shape as possible.
Thanks, James.
No problem.
And it looks like the final question will be Eric Rube. Sorry, we have two final questions. Eric Rube, followed by Evan Lazar.
James, sort of following up what was just asked, Lawrence had talked about the iron sharpens iron kind of being a thing with you guys. And is there a certain amount of trust that you guys have that that the offense is working just as hard as the defense to make sure you guys are not only getting better yourself, but making each other better? Is that something you guys enjoy doing?
For sure. We have good players on both sides of the ball. You're going to be challenged each and every day out there at practice. And we just try to make each other better, compete as hard as possible, whether it's one-on-one drills, two-on-two drills, team drills, tackling drills. We're all trying to make each other better at this, all at the same time. So it's good competition, healthy competition, and just trying to get the best out of it.
But does that require a certain amount of trust? And is that just the trust that builds with having teammates?
I guess it's a little bit of trust, but like I said, we know we have good competition. Bill's going to challenge us in practice. He tries to make it even harder than the game. So when the game rolls around, you don't flinch, you don't bat an eye, and just go out there and play football.
And last question, Evan Lazar.
Hey, James, I just wanted to ask you, with Cam now, how have you seen sort of the running game, if at all, change from what you're used to in terms of what you guys are doing out there? Would you say that it is at all different or major changes at all with what you guys are doing schematically?
I feel like it's fairly similar. Not much has changed. We're still pretty much running the same things as running backs. I mean, it's not too much has changed for us. We're still making the same reads, offensive lines blocking the same thing, so not too much has changed for us.
Thanks, James.
No problem.
Thank you, James. Chase Winovich is next.